Hello, my friend. It's the Crypto Lunatic, the channel for crypto newbies. And today I ask, do you want a head starter? A head starter. So I'm going to talk about Headstarter. I'm going to talk about how I found it, and I'm going to also explain why I think this could be degen gold. And when we say degen, we're talking really, really high risk and potentially high return cryptos. Now, I'm not invested in Headstarter. I have no skin in this game. I'm not paid by Headstarter for them. And I am completely neutral as far as this review is concerned. It's all about showing you how to find these and how to do minimal research just to start the ball rolling as to what it is, what it does, and why it might be a big one. A big one, my friend. So, with all of that in mind, join me on this little adventure. So, it started here with coinmarketcow.com. Now, this talks about big upcoming events. Now, in crypto, hype is everything. Hype is everything. And I want you to pay particular attention to views and votes as we scroll down here. Now, what you'll see with all of these is that some have got views, some have got votes, and some have got both. But the one with the most votes by far and the second most views is this one, Headstarter, which has an event coming up next week. Now, with big events, that can potentially peak prices because of the hype that goes with them. So this is how I found it, and I decided to look into it. So here we are. Here is the price chart. We go to all. First thing we notice is a tiny little degen play. It's a 1 million market cap coin, which makes it potentially high risk, high return. This is explosive zone. This is even at the bottom of the degen zone. This means even a tiny amount of money in here could absolutely explode the price. But it also means that when the market pulls back, coins like this get punished, as you will see. So it started trading back in July of 2022 at just over a cent. It went up to just over 3. It's been down. It's been up to almost 5 here back in March 2024 and also in December 2024. It's been to almost 5 cents. Now, the pullback in the market, and look, because it's degen, it's been punished, absolutely punished. But this looks like a good potential entry point because this looks like the support part. So that's as low as it's been, 0.005. So can it go down much further from here? Well, possibly not much, but the upside potential is explosive. So we scroll down. We see it's not on many exchanges. Now, I'm on MEXC, which means I do have access to it should I wish. There's also a link there if you do want to get trading on this. But again, I am not here to plug this. Now, it says about Headstarter. Now, Headstarter is what's called a launch pad. Now, all blockchains have usually multiple launch pads, which are places where early stage projects can be incubated and get funded. Now, Headstarter seems to have the first mover advantage on the Hedera blockchain. Now, is the Hedera blockchain a good thing? Well, we'll cover that a little bit later. But if you believe in Hedera and you're looking to get in an early stage project, well, this could be it. Because it's not just getting into this early stage project. With launch pads, if you have token allocations, that also gives you access to all of the early stage projects which will be launched on Headstarter down the line. Now, tokenomics wise, now launch pads are usually terrible tokenomics. This is no exception. Only just over 5% of the circulating supply or the supply is in circulation. That's terrible tokenomics. But because the price is so suppressed, this is less of an issue for this coin at the moment. We go to the socials. We see that on X, there's almost 23,000 followers. We also see recent activity and a project currently being launched on there with a lot of our activity there. We're seeing activity here within the last 24 hours. We're also seeing another post here from 4 days ago with some interactions. A recent more recent posts, an active social media account, which is a good thing. So next thing we do, we go to the website, which takes us here. Now I've clicked on the light paper. So this tells us what the plan is. Now you can read through and you can read through all of this should you wish to. But what I like about this light paper, when we get down to here, which is here, you can see all of the team here behind it. They're fully doxed, which is a promising sight for a low cap crypto coin. The fact that they're all prepared to put their faces out there. A lot of teams you can't find, they hide in crypto. Not here. And not only that, you can see the token metrics here for the pre-launch. So when this was first floated back in 2022, people were paying 1 cent to get in, which means that they paid more than you could currently go in at the moment. And we also talked about terrible tokenomics, but we also see how this launchpad aims to use their tokens. So 14% go to team and advisors. That's a generous allocation, but it's not too savage. The rest is token distribution, liquidity, treasury, reserves, and staking and reward subsidies. So this is how they aim to use those tokens. So that is why it sort of offsets some of the terrible tokenomics that we talked about. We go onto their launch platform and we see a live project here with 7 days left on it, which is promising. We also see that there's 29 funded projects on it and almost 3,000 participants and a lot of money in raised HBAR. We also see that their previously funded projects, that they stopped doing it last year. So there's been a hiatus. The last one was in December 2024, and not really much has been happening since then. But now a project's just been launched. They're about to go to an event. There seems to be a bit of hype coming this way. And for those of you not familiar with Hedera, this is from their website. Now, Hedera is obviously, as it says here, an open source public network governed by leading organizations around the world. Now, here are some of the names behind Hedera that I want to bring your attention to. Some of the biggest names in corporate here. You'll see lots of familiar, including Google, IBM, Dell. They've got Standard Bank. They've got banking. This is a conglomerate of big corporates, all behind Hedera blockchain. So Hedera, you either believe in the blockchain Hedera or you don't. If you do, if you are a Hedera fan, then Headstarter could be the little gem that you've been looking for. But it could get rinsed. And that is the game, my friends. That is the game of the degen, risk reward. But from a personal perspective, from risk reward potential, this looks like a fantastic entry point for Headstarter. Not investment advice. You make your own decisions, my friend. And if you're looking for more of these little gems before they pump, and that is the emphasis with this channel, finding them before they pump, then you might want to subscribe to the channel to get more of them. Speaking of which, you'll find another little video there. I'm the Crypto Lunatic, wishing you fun on your crypto adventure.